This is a presentation of OCAmedia Sports. OCAmedia Sports presents Friday Night Live. This program brought to you by Oregon Community Bank. Feel good banking.
Good evening, Oregon Panthers sports fans. We're bringing you hockey this evening where the Oregon Panthers are taking on the Stoughton Vikings this evening. So they've got rivalry in the Badger South Conference. We're looking forward to a good competition as Oregon's been really standing up. So you got Mark Miller here this evening, joining me with Zach, and he's given me the great opportunity to join him this evening. So,
Mark, it's great to work with you. I'm looking forward to it, and like you said, final game of the season, Badger South Conference rivalry battle. Couldn't ask for much more than Oregon taking Stoughton to finish out the year.
It's quite a competition that's always diligent between the teams, and a lot of history between the teams back and forth.
A lot of history. As a matter of fact, the Panthers defeated these same Vikings 4-1 earlier in the season. But for right now, we're going to head down to the PA announcer. We've got VFW Post 10272 to present the colors. We'll get the starting lineups and the national anthem, and then we'll be back with Panthers boys hockey.
At this time, I ask that we please observe a moment of silence for Bill Meyer, a charter member of Oregon Post VFW 10272, who tragically passed away last week. Bill was a diligent veteran that made hundreds of appearances, giving his time and dedication to many events. Our condolences to his family, friends, and brothers in arms at Oregon Brooklyn Post VFW 10272. Thank you.
We're going to get him on the ice shortly. It was a great tribute to Bill Meyer. It's a really awesome experience that we can have at VFW join us for this Panther hockey, and great opportunity to recognize our veterans and all those that served our country so well. So we're looking forward to this. It'll also be quite a competition between these two guys.
I think it sure will. Last time, it was Carson Roysum in net for the Stoughton Vikings. He faced 79 shots from these same Panthers. They ended up winning 4-1, which means Roysum turned away 75 shots in one game. I spoke with Coach Yachman before the game, and he laughed. He said he's going to have to hold his players to that standard, expect them to put at least 80 on him in this game. But he said the thing you have to worry about with Stoughton, because they have such a stout goaltender, you have to play defense. It's tough to get them by Roysum, and so you can't let Stoughton get by on a quick transition or a breakaway and get a goal on you, because you may not be able to find the back of the net too often.
Got to keep those forwards out there and keep moving the puck onto them and work your odds a little bit in the statistics. Keep the shots on goal and put them to his work.
For sure.
And so we're getting lined up here to drop the puck at the beginning of this game. So we're in the circle. We have Hakes with the face-off, and the puck backs up, and Number 22 is picking it up for Shiljan. He's circling around, and we got Hefty picking up the puck and bringing it up in the near side here with Schneider. Schneider serves it up, and Stoughton turns it around, sends it back into Oregon's defense once again. Hefty sending it forward. Verhagen with the puck once again. Oregon still back in their defense. Coming forward with Shiljan. Gets it over to Hakes. Hakes sends it down the ice. Schneider out in front, gets it out right in front to get Verhagen, but Verhagen doesn't get his stick onto it. Stoughton moving it out of the zone. Schneider once again pushing on it. He slides the puck up and get a stop off for Stoughton.
Oregon looking good early in this game, moving the puck pretty well. They had a nice opportunity there with Schneider and Verhagen coming across the net.
It's the right kind of combination to move it forward. Change up, Damon's on the ice right now. He's going to fight his way through, taking on one-on-one. And Stoughton comes up with the puck. Mishek's on the ice on number 3. And picked up back on Gage Shiljan. Mishek with the puck. He serves it up. We get a shot off, deflected off of Stoughton. Big slide over by...
Wow. Royston head first to the rear wall. That's an unconventional strategy. I guess he wanted to get his team a stoppage there.
A big stretch on it. A little bit of a risk. You know, you never know when you can run that. Leaving that goal wide open isn't a safe thing to do.
Nope, he makes a nice stop, though. And so far, Royston hasn't faced quite the pelting that he did against the Panthers, but I get the sense they're getting warmed up and ready to cook here.
Hakes is in the circle with the face-off. Damon comes up with it quickly. He sends it back into Shiljan. Oregon sends it deep behind the net. Got it tied up a little bit, but coming out of the corner off of Shiljan. Shiljan drops it down. Hakes is fighting in the corner. He's got one on him. Hakes sends it back out. Slides it out of the zone. That pushes back for Shiljan to pick it up in the defense. He's going to skate it on out. Coming on the near side, skating all the way down. He's got a 1-on-2. He's going to hold up. He sends it out in front. Royston comes up with a grab.
Nice glove save by Royston there. His glove, definitely one of the stronger parts of his game. He covers up whichever side is the short side real well.
So this is going to put Oregon in the face-off right out in front of Royston. Face-off is on. Strassman, number 18's on. Stoughton swings it around. I think we're going to have a net off. A little collision behind the net and ended up popping the net off, and so it's stop plays. We'll get that reset.
Get that remoored. We should point out a couple of scratches for the Panthers tonight. Number 2, Bryce McLeod. Number 5, Carson Timberlake. And number 24, Andy Ziamek, all out. Got a couple of JV players, 19, Matt Rush, and 20, Colton Ayers, filling in on defense.
Schneider sends it all the way behind. Royston picks it up. Stoughton trying to bring it on out. Number 18's out there. Excuse me. Tied up in the boards. He's got one of the JV players at 20. Who is it again? What's it? Ayers fighting for it. Could refresh my memory on those names. Schneider takes a shot, takes it off the chest, bounces down, but Royston covers up.
And that's something you don't often see from Royston. One of the best parts of his game, in terms of the one we saw previously at least, is his rebound control. So a rare rebound loss there, but he immediately gets on top, no harm done.
So Oregon will face off in front of the front. Roscoe's in the circle. He gets it tied up. That's the younger Zach Roscoe's. Gage Shiljan sends it around. Schneider fighting for it. Gets it out in front of the goal, but Stoughton comes up with it. Quickly deflected off of 12, but Shiljan gets it live again. Verhagen back in the corner looking for the set. And Stoughton gets down to the ice. Moves it down. Oregon picks up in the defense. Shiljan on our near side. Moving on down with Zach Roscoe's. He's taking on the 2. Sends it back onto Schneider. Schneider's not able to get a hold of it. And Stoughton moves it down the ice the opposite direction. It's a shot to the wide left. It's tied up in the ice. Schneider comes up with it. He's going to skate up to the middle. One deflection, and it comes out, pops up over the Stoughton players.
Look out on the Stoughton bench, and we're 5 minutes into this game. That was really the first up-ice rush we've seen from Stoughton. Oregon has just been living in the Stoughton offensive zone.
Able to keep their offense going. It's a good start. Hakes in the circle. It's bouncing back and forth. Oregon gets it, gets control. Hefty tries to send it down the ice. Damon with the puck, trying to get control. Little check by Stoughton. Hakes trying to turn around on the boards. He's covering up. He's got a competition for bouncing off the wall. Damon swings it deep into the ice. Mishek trying to find a position, and Stoughton comes up with it. Move to mid-ice. Goes behind Roscoe's. He's looking for the cover. Schneider taking it on the far side of the ice. His pass is deflected by Stoughton. Stoughton sends it down. Roscoe's gets a touch. Verhagen tries to get it on the outside. Sends it down the ice, and Stoughton skates down in front of Royson. Damon searching for it in the corner. He skates out in front. Not able to get control of it, but keeps control of that puck. Stoughton slides it down to the back wall. Mishek's got on the board, a good check, and Stoughton comes up with control. Good deflection off of Royson. They were able to get out in front of him.
And dump and chase here for the Vikings. They're really just having trouble getting a solid, clean breakout and then getting set up on the offensive side. It's despite the fact that there's no score so far, it's really been all Panthers.
Mishek fighting for it. Excuse me, number 25 is LaChance. LaChance is up behind the net. He's not able to get control. Stoughton comes in, digs it out. Pulls it out of the zone. Slides it behind the net, and Stoughton's looking for that opportunity. Brings it on their near side here.
Even for something like that, Vikings alone behind their net, they end up just rimming it and turning it right back over to Oregon. Vikings have got to find a way to get a solid multi-man break free here in the zone.
Shildon comes up with it. Sends it over to the other Shildon. They're looking for that break. Only one offensive player on him. Zach Roscoe brings it into the zone, and he turns it over to Stoughton. Oregon keeps it in the zone. Oregon's got control once again. One defender on him, looking for an opening. Schneider comes in and gets a swing onto a good deflection by Stoughton. Stoughton's trying to break it out. Oregon keeps it in the zone. Stoughton sends it down the ice, and they'll get icing.
So far, the Panthers doing pretty much everything they want to in this game. Alex Verhagen behind the net, distributing the puck well. The Panthers make their living there in what used to be called Gretzky's office. They've gotten so many goals from behind the end line. You saw a great shot off the feed from Zach Roscoe, and we'll see if they can't get one in off of that.
Hakes in the circle. And Stoughton comes out, skates it on out. Hefty mixes it up. He's got control of the puck. Get a shot on. Roscoe comes up with a grab. So Stoughton gets their shot onto the goal.
Nice to see Henry get a save in here early. Almost 9 minutes gone, halfway through this first period. I think that's the first save that Henry's had to make so far.
He's watched the puck slide by him a couple of times, but that's about it. Hakes is in the circle. Gets it back to Bell, which I think is the first time on the ice. Stoughton mixing it up. Bell getting over to the boards. Hefty bounces it off the glass. Gets it on down for Mishek to have an eye. He's going to take a shot on. Nice glove grab.
One of the things the Panthers do better than a lot of other teams we see is they're willing to trade territory for possession. So they will curl back in order to hang on to the puck, look for an open pass, rather than try and force things forward. I think Stoughton's going to have to try and find a way to do the same, rather than just flicking the puck immediately out as soon as they get a hand on it.
Oregon's mixing it up. Stoughton's trying to break it out of the zone. Hefty almost keeps the zone, and Stoughton gets it back out. Bell keeps him from getting too far down, but Stoughton mixes it again. Damon sends it down to the far sides of the board and skates it right out in front of Rosen.
The rare shot on goal from your own team there. The pass went past its intended target. Roysum thankfully paying attention. That's the spot where a goalie might be focusing on something else with his team in possession. Alert play to stop that one.
Those are embarrassing moments. At this level, we hope not to see those. Rush in the circle. Oregon maintains control. High puck up over the goal. It's tied up and off the ledge. Rush swings on, gets it right in the chest of Royson.
Nice to see these JV players getting involved. I wasn't sure exactly how well they'd mesh. Some teams, JV and varsity, are very closely aligned with the Panthers. They're pretty well split. But so far, we've seen these younger players doing quite well on the ice, hanging with their older teammates.
Great experience for them all to start interacting. Roscoe's in the circle. Stoughton comes up with the puck, sends it down the boards. Stoughton still maintains, intercepted up by Shilton.
And I don't know if that was intentional. Ian Shilton fired that one. I don't know if he saw something from the defender there in the slot, but he fired it right off of his skate. Yet another alert save by Royson.
Dangerous moments, dancing around. Verhagen in the circle. Still in the circle, fighting out who's going to come out of it. Schneider comes up with the puck, skating through the crowd. Stoughton's going to take it down, not able to get control. A nice check to take him down. Are they calling a penalty on that?
Nope. The Stoughton fans here nearby us wanted a tripping call, but the referees do not oblige.
Oregon still keeping it into the zone. Schneider takes it out, looks for the reset. Children brings it back in. Roscoe's is trying to get control of it. A little more physical activity up on the boards. Stoughton trying to skate it out of the zone and gets it out. Children swinging on it. Trying to stay home is number 12 Children, Gage Children. And Oregon brings it back down. Check up in the boards. Damon's going to still come up with the puck and try to swing it back on down so they get the line change.
Tyler Damon, one of the biggest hitters on this Oregon team, second only perhaps to Ryan Mitchick, delivers a huge shot in front of the scorer's table there.
Hefty skating it through. He sees a spot to go after it. Wide right, comes out of the zone. Strassman picks up on it. Looks for the Omen.
Same thing, we saw a nice kind of odd man rush just on a hustle play from number 11, Justin Gibbons. But other than that, not a whole lot of offense being generated by these Vikings.
Mishak tried to clear it out. He's got a puck once again to flex off. Comes on the near side here where Stoughton gets control. Damon's taking it in. He's going to take it on. Big check by Stoughton. And sets Oregon back. Stoughton's got a shot on it.
2-on-1 coming here.
Shot up. Roscoe's comes up with a nice deflection. Hefty looking for the spot. He doesn't get very good control when Stoughton gets the puck. Sam Hakes with the puck, bringing him back to Lucas Hefty. He's going to skate it on, take 1-on-2, and he gets a shot up. Elbow deflection off by Rosson. And Colton comes up with it.
That was a nice job to fight that one off by Rossum. Headed to the upper left corner, but Stoughton can't expose their goaltender to shots like that too many more times without one getting down.
Stoughton swinging at it and get Roscoe's with the cover up.
Henry's glove looking good so far, and he had a tremendous save on the 2-on-1 break. It was number 24, Brody Lavacek. He had Jared Bauer across. He pulled the trigger for the shot himself. Henry doing a nice job to keep his team in it on an odd man rush from Stoughton.
Ayers is in the circle. Oregon gets the advantage. Then able to pick it out. Sends on the cross side over to, and covers up in front. Missed Cyril LaChance's number.
Carson Royston once again just doing everything he needs to do in the net. He's blocked 2 shots from his own team. He's blocked probably 5 or 6 times as many from Oregon. And so far has kept this game 0-0 with 5:29 left.
Verhagen in the faceoff. Hasn't determined who's got control yet. Oregon looks like they have it. Schneider's able to move it around to back of the goal. Verhagen goes, picks it up. He's looking for that setup. Roscoe digs it out, gets it out in front of Verhagen. Verhagen comes out, he's looking for a shot. Deflects off of Stoughton.
Great block by defenseman Seth Zykert, right in position to stop Verhagen.
Stoughton drives it in, gets it in front for Roscoe to bounce off, a deflection. Big check off by Stoughton. Slows it down to Damon gets into the zone. Or Roscoe's, get back in the zone.
This game's starting to get pretty violent here, seeing lots of big hits delivered up against the boards.
Lucas Hefty with it, giving it a near side with Schneider. Schneider skating down to the boards. Schneider decides to serve it up. Lucas Hefty brings it back down on the ice. Stoughton gets control, brings it out of the zone. A long shot, wide left. Roscoe watches it skate by. Bell sends it up the board, sends it all the way down to the opposite end for an icing.
Yeah, an attempt by Bell there for the long outlet pass. I could see why he wanted it, but for the Panthers here, they're moving the puck so well, and when they're on, like they are tonight with these crisp, short passes, that neutral zone break is almost impossible to stop. I think going for a 2-line pass there, probably better to settle it down and carry it.
Sam takes in the circle, and it comes out of the zone. Stoughton will reset. Lucas Hefty's got the puck. He's got Whalen from Stoughton on him. And it comes out, and got Damon taking it hard on the boards. One defender on him. Ryan Mishek up on the boards. He gives it up. Sam Hakes still fighting for it. Lucas Hefty keeps it in the zone. Tyler Damon serves it right up in front of the goal. And Roscoe covers up. Oregon continues to go after it. Now we got a little pushing going on. It's a tendency of it get a little intense between the teams.
Yeah, I think Stoughton took a little exception to Mitchik there, coming down on top of the goalie. Mitchik must have seen the puck loose as he was heading for it, and I think actually it looks like we're going to send Mitchik to the box. That retaliate, and we spoke with Coach Achman about this a couple of games ago. 2 minutes for roughing, and that's the retaliation call. The first shove doesn't get seen. Mitchik pushes back, and he ends up in the box.
And that'll be our first power play of the evening. It's going to put Oregon at a disadvantage, and that'll be a challenge to see how it comes up. Roscoe is going to have to stand up.
Right up until the extracurriculars at the end there, that was a great play from Oregon. They had 2 men in front. They were crashing for the rebound. Only thanks to a nice stop from Carson Royston were they not able to get that one in.
So Oregon's going to bring their players out. First time we're seeing Schneider in the circle. Lucas Hefty is going to be out in the defenseman. Schneider gets it out of the zone, and that's going to pull out, and they're going to drop the puck farther out. Little mistake by Stoughton.
Dangerous living on the blue line like that. We know that can happen.
Calvin Schneider with the face-off out of the zone, and a good move to send it down the ice, push Stoughton back. Gibbons skating it through. Oregon trying to stop it up, get it, mixed it up, gets control. Brings it in the zone. Stoughton Gets control. Gibbons skating it through. Lucas Hefty putting a check on it to slow it down. Puck is right up behind the net. Roscoe's looking closely for it. Stoughton setting it up, looking to get in their positions. Calvin Schneider's. Jeff flex. A high shot deflects off of Stoughton. It goes in the back of the net.
What a play there, and that was exactly how Stoughton scored their first goal against Oregon in the previous matchup. This time it's Sam Whalen with the deflection, screens Henry Roscoe's. And boy, we talked about it at the top. This is a team with an incredible goaltender. You cannot give them a chance because with Carson Roysum in net, 1 or 2 goals may be all that you need to win this game.
And they showed themselves. They brought it into that power play, clears that power play out. So we got Mitchak back on the ice. And in the circle is Colton Ayers, the JV player that's coming up. Like you were talking about, Zach, you're mixing the JV players into it.
Yeah, good to see him getting an opportunity in the faceoff dot.
So Oregon's trying to look for an advantage, try to get back into this game. They've been on their offense, but mixing it up, keeping it in the zone. Trying to keep it there. Breaks it on out, look for the reset. Stoughton's able to bring it out of the zone. Cyril LaChance brings it on up. And you have Colton Ayers still continue to take shots onto the goal. We're down to our last minute and 50 seconds onto this first period.
We had this happen the last time Stoughton played. Lot of the net coming off, and it seems to be based on the goaltender's style. If you've got a goaltender that likes to push off of that pipe, sometimes that net's going to come loose.
Sams Hakes in the circle. He gets a face-off. Puck slides on the outside. Ian Shilton picks it up. Stoughton comes in control once again. Gage Shilton intercepts it. Tyler Damon tries to move it into the zone. And Stoughton's able to mix that up. Sam Hakes brings it into the zone. He's got 1-on-3. Tyler Damon brings it back, and Sam Hakes comes into a great move. Crosses it right across the face.
Oh, that was pretty. Sam Hakes leaves it off for Damon on the side and then cuts right to the backside of the net. Damon moves around one man and makes a killer pass, and Hakes has nothing but blank goal to look at. Tremendous play from these Panthers to get right back in it. The minute 21 left, tie it up.
They certainly responded quickly back to it and brought it on, showed what they could do.
This is one of the things I like most about Coach Yachman. He's over on the bench smiling, which I think is just not something you see from enough coaches.
Well, it's rewarding, that's for sure. Bell takes a shot out of it, goes a little high to the left. Bell brings up, keeps it in the zone, deflects off of Stoughton, serves it right up in Rawson. A little bit of pushing going back on. A little dialogue that's going back onto the intensity's building between these teams.
There is no love lost between the Stoughton Vikings and the Oregon Panthers. And you can see right there, Calvin Schneider comes in for a loose puck. Roysum gets on top, and immediately, as soon as a goalie and a skater are tied up, that goalie's team is going to respond no matter what the circumstances.
Roscoe's in the circle. Stoughton swings it on the near side. Hefty keeps it in the zone, but his pass doesn't go through. Whalen skimming through. Lucas Hefty deflects it. Tied up on the boards. Lucas Hefty's trying to send it back. Bell's up behind the net. Stoughton's able to keep it in the zone. Now they clear it out. Sends it back. We're down to 30 seconds in the first period. Schneider stops the pass. He's going to put a little pressure in here. No time to give in. Lucas Hefty up on the boards. He's looking for a spot to skate in. Sets it back up. Verhagen coming in through. Gets it back up into Schneider. And swings it across. And they're going to get a goal off of this.
And you could see that one coming. This is the Panthers' first line. Verhagen, Schneider, Roscoe. They're starting forwards. All three of them moving up the ice perfectly in their lanes. Nothing Roysum's going to be able to do as that puck starts bouncing and the defense isn't back to help them out.
These players have played together. They know each other and start to get to learn the positions, and they stay home. That's So 11 seconds left in the first period, and Oregon takes a lead at 2-1. Quite a rivalry between these two teams. Zach Roscoe's in the circle, gets the face-off. Hayden Bell looking for it. Sends it over to Calvin Schneider. Calvin's looking for a spot. He's going to take a shot. High off to the right, but Rosen reaches out for it with 2 seconds left in the first period.
It's something when you're watching a game, sometimes you'll say, well, that one wasn't going to go to the goal. Why get it? But, boy, with 2 seconds left, no reason not to just settle it down, put a stop to things, head into the bench 2-1.
Nice shot at it. What a change at the tail end of this. But Oregon moved from their offensive, got put on their heels for a little bit, and then they ended up responding back.
That's something we know these Panthers can do. Their offensive prowess is, especially when they're on, is second to none. That goal that they scored, both those goals really, were emblematic of the kind of teamwork that they use to generate their offensive opportunities.
And such a young team, and that with how they've been coached, really turned it around. Lots of good teamwork has really developed off of under this Yakman's leadership.
Without a doubt, and Coach Yakman actually 2 years ago was the Stoughton head coach, and so to have him here, I'm sure there's some feelings amongst some of the Stoughton fans. But I think with that, we're going to head to a quick commercial break, and we'll be back. 2-1 is the Panthers' lead going into the second period. You're watching OCAmedia Live. Don't go anywhere.
At Oregon Community Bank, our purpose for over 38 years has been to serve our customers. Our goal is to help them improve their financial lives with innovative banking products and services, coupled with unparalleled customer service. Doing banking the right way, bringing our skills and expertise to improve the financial stability to individuals and businesses is how we have grown. We call this Feel Good Banking. So give us a call. Drop into one of our convenient branches or connect online at OregonCommunityBank.com. Feel good about banking again.
His parents for supporting him through all the sports and activities he does. I'd also like to thank my coaches and teammates for all the hard work we put in this season. Lastly, I'd like to thank my friends for cheering me at the games. His plans after graduation are to go to college and major in engineering. Number 11, Sam Hakes. Next we have number 17, Lucas Hefty. Lucas has been most inspired his life by his dad and grandpa. His favorite hockey memory would be beating the 6th-ranked Homestead sophomore year. He'd like to be remembered in Oregon hockey for being a go-to player and a good leader. Who would you like to thank? We'd like to thank his family, friends, and coaches. And after graduation, he plans on playing junior hockey and then playing college. Number 17, Lucas Hefty. Next is number 22, Ian Shilton. Who inspired you most in your life? Ian says his parents. Thank you for your support and sharing your love of hockey. His favorite hockey memory would be beating Edgewood his freshman year, and let's do that again. What would you like to be remembered for being a leader and hard worker? Ian would like to thank you, the Panther hockey fans. Special thanks to my family, teachers, coaches, teammates, team managers, and the game day volunteers who make this all happen. Privileged and proud to be a Panther. Ian's plans are major in chemistry and study pre-pharmacy at UW Platteville with a little baseball on the side. Number 22, Ian Shildren. Next is number 29, Henry Roscoe. When asked who inspired him most in life, he says his parents. His favorite hockey memory is also beating Homestead his sophomore year. What would you like to be remembered for in Oregon hockey, being a smart hockey player? When asked who would like to thank, I would like to thank my family for everything they have done for me. Also special thanks to Larry Clemens and all the coaches at HPG for all the hours they have put in helping me succeed over the past 6 years. His plans after graduation are to attend a four-year university. Number 29, Henry Roscoe. And last but certainly not least, His kindness and dumb jokes always bring a smile to my face. The achievement she's most proud of is following in her late father's footsteps and pursuing a degree at the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh. What words of advice would you have for your fellow teammates? Haley's answer was, life's short, enjoy every moment, and don't take anything for granted. She would like to thank Kendra, Aaron, and Brooklyn for always giving me a hard time, but being there for me when she needed that. Her plans are to attend UW Oshkosh and pursue a career in nursing. Manager Haley Dubrow. And there you have the Oregon 2016-17 seniors. Thank you very much, seniors, and good luck.
This program is made possible in part with support from our generous sponsors. Oregon Community Bank. Feel good banking. William R. Torhorst and Associates, your hometown insurance agency that's doing big things. Stoughton Hospital. Oregon Urgent Care and Sports Medicine Clinic. Trusted care close to home. Maria's Pizza. A little slice of Italy right here in Oregon. The Oregon Chamber of Commerce, promoting, informing, connecting, and advocating for local businesses and the community of Oregon. A special thanks to the Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Please consider being a part of your athlete's success and become a booster today. OCAmedia wishes to thank the Oregon School District for its ongoing support.
At Oregon Community Bank, our purpose for over 38 years has been to serve our customers. Our goal is to help them improve their financial lives with innovative banking products and services, coupled with unparalleled customer service. Doing banking the right way, bringing our skills and expertise to improve the financial stability to individuals and businesses is how we have grown. We call this Feel Good Banking. So give us a call. Drop into one of our convenient branches or connect online at OregonCommunityBank.com. Feel good about banking again.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Mark Miller, Zach Seeloff here in the booth on Friday Night Live, Oregon Panthers boys hockey. And right now, the boys are leading the Stoughton Vikings 2-1. After one period of action, it's senior night. The final home game, the final regular season game for these Panthers. On Tuesday, they'll have their final game ever on this ice. But for right now, we're going to head to a quick interview we did before the game with Coach Mike Yachman, and then we'll be right back. Stay tuned. All right, folks, we're here with Coach Mike Yachman, varsity coach for the Oregon Panthers. Coach, tough game on Tuesday. Your team played great, ended up 3-2 for Edgewood. Tell us about that game, how it worked out, how you felt about how they played.
I thought they played a fantastic game. That's the best game they've played all season long, and that's an honest answer. The guys did their jobs. They worked their tails off. We didn't get any bounces that went our way. Every bounce went Edgewood's way. We had to earn every bounce that happened that came our way, and so we didn't get any freebies. It was just a bunch of hard work. Did we get caught on a penalty that they scored on the power play that I didn't think was a good call? Maybe. But, you know, what can you do? I mean, the referees are going to call what they're going to call, and you got to figure out how to get through it. So, you know, Edgewood came back and tied it up, and then that goal with 59.6 seconds left was rough, but you know, we came out and tried to pull the goalie at the end and couldn't get the puck out of our end, and Edgewood just got the bounces.
With that in mind, like you said, great game from your players. Is that, even despite the loss, is that something you can build on going into tonight and especially into the sectional tournament on Tuesday?
Yeah, we talked about, again, how that was the best game they've played all season, and it's a good time to be playing your best hockey. You know, you want to peak at the right time heading into playoffs and such, so to be playing at that level right now is fantastic. And we just said, look, let's just remember what this felt like, you know, as far as effort you put in and you know, just performance, and also remember what it felt like to get that loss, and use that as a little motivation.
Great. And then looking at tonight, last time you played this team, your guys put up an incredible 79 shots on goal. It seems unlikely that you'll equal that effort, but obviously time in the offensive zone was the key. how do you try and get past that goaltender who managed to shut down 75 of those shots?
Well, I had forgotten that we had put up 79 shots on goal. So now I have a number that we can go send a goal for. So thank you for that. Yeah. But I think that's going to be the key. If we can put as many shots on goal as possible, statistics say that they're going to go in. Now, Edgewood, got beat by Stoughton, and they put up 55 shots on goal. So we have to remember that it's not just offense today. We also have to play defense. If they get loose, you can catch a goalie when he's cold. So if we spend all night in Stoughton's end of the ice and they get a quick break down to our end, you never know what will happen if a goalie's cold or, whatever. So offense, obviously put up as many shots as possible, and then also remember to play defense.
And then in terms of defense, you had a couple of defensemen out lately, Bryce McLeod, Andy Ziamek, and Carson Timberlake. Are any of them back in action tonight, or are they all still out?
All three of those guys are still out. We did manage to pull up a couple of guys from the JV team, one defenseman and one forward to kind of fill in the blanks. So hoping that those guys can give us a little boost, and should be all right on defense. I think we did well against Edgewood, pulling a forward back and doing what we had to. So should be pretty good game.
And then not to look past tonight too much, but the seeding has been released for the sectional tournament. You guys take on the Lakers, the East La Follette Co-op in the first round. Yep. Do you have any experience with that team? What are you looking for as we move a little further on into the week here?
If I had to give an honest comparison as to who they might be like in the state, they're probably comparable to a Monroe or a Milton, kind of a lower tier team. So they're clearly the 11 seed in our section. I'm not too worried about it, but again, you have to respect every team that you play because anybody can beat anybody on any given night. So we're going to come in with the same mentality we always do, and that's just, move your feet, move the puck, and hit the net.
All righty. Coach Jochman, thanks much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, folks, welcome back. And Mark, I was actually going to say as you could hear, but you couldn't actually hear what Coach Jochman said. But we talked a little bit about the Edgewood game that came on Tuesday, a tough loss for the Panthers. They fell 3-2. The final goal for Edgewood to win the game came with 59.6 to go in the third period. They played their brains out. They played so well. But one thing I noticed, and you've been watching these Panthers a lot longer than I have, they had a banner up at the LeBon Arena that said, since 2006, there's only been 2 years where Edgewood was not conference champs in the Badger South. Have they been that? Does that represent how dominant they've been in this conference, at least since you've been watching them?
Definitely. Even when we had senior night here, a couple of them talked about their highlight was beating Edgewood because it doesn't happen very often in Oregon history, and so it's always a highlight. Certainly Stoughton is a competitor and a challenge for them, but they've gone back and forth. But Edgewood is always that reaching star, and so it's not very achievable many times. This team has certainly come together and really put their efforts and skills together. It's actually kind of neat because I watched all these kids when they were young, as they were freshmen. I remember when Henry was out there just as a freshman getting shots nailed at him, and he developed into this strong goalie. Remember Lucas Hefty was the only one that was a strong player that previous coach would say, I want somebody that's going to work, and Lucas Hefty was out there working. He was the one doing it.
Well, and you can see that on the ice. He's got that C on his chest this year for a reason. And speaking of the seniors, you all saw the senior night presentation. So for tonight, we're going to debut a special segment called Embarrass the Senior. We're going to start with Calvin Schneider, and I'll see if I can get this shot of it. That's young Calvin Schneider right there, and it's difficult to see, but we'll read the lovely note. Calvin, we're proud of all your hard work in the classroom and along the boards. Good luck achieving your future goals. Love, Mom, Dad, and Jackson.
What's really fun about these pictures is many of these are not Oregon jerseys because many of them had started off their hockey years in a different location.
And I'm poking fun at them, but it is really wonderful in high school sports to see young men developing, young men and women as they work their way through the program, as they learn in school and coming to their senior year here and have a real chance to do something special with their teams.
So much depth that goes into it to play that teamwork, and the coaches play an integral part about their education and the community involvement. And Coach Jochman has done an awesome job with that and developing it. And there has been tough years in Oregon, and some of that leadership, some of the students just didn't step forward. And Coach Jochman has really put that together. But tribute to these kids, because these kids are the ones that, as freshmen, they were playing at the high school level right away, and they were making a difference. And they certainly had older brothers that were part of it, and we saw them go through it. But these are the guys who came up and played as part of it and made the program what it is today.
And we're seeing that hard work pay off. And I'll tell you, even though the seniors that they're losing this year, and let me just make sure I get all the names right, they're losing some talented players. Calvin Schneider, Alex Verhagen, Sam Hakes, Lucas Hefty, Ian Shilgen, and Henry Roscos. I mean, those are some big names on this Panther team, and yet the players they have coming up behind them, Zach Roscos, Hayden Bell, Tyler Damon, Ryan Mitchick, and I'm not going to go through the whole roster. I feel like I could. This is a program that I think is set for big things for a long time.
What was really powerful in listening when my son was involved in watching some of these is how the younger players really developed into what as an idol, and they look forward to these seniors, and that leadership really helps the program sustain and continue on. And so the impact these seniors have is going to see for years, and it's just powerful. I remember seeing some of those other ones that said just really impressed with those leadership that they had. So these guys are going to make a difference in this program.
I think you're right, and I want to lean on your experience here. Looking back at the Panthers teams you've seen over the years, who do you see on the ice right now that most impresses you compared to all the players you've seen come before?
Well, I really think that Lucas Hefty stood up, and he didn't have the age to be mature, but he played like a mature player all those years. And they had trouble with having the right kind of captains. Some high school sports, they feel they're honored. They should just be a captain because they're older. And that's not what Lucas Hefty did. He earned it, and he continued to sustain that. Henry Roscos went through some really tough years where defenders weren't there to protect him, and he just had a lot of shots on him, a lot of trouble. And for him to sustain and continue to grow and work hard at it, it's quite a tribute to him. Verhagen, I've watched him on other sports as well, and he was always a standout player, always there to work hard and bring a lot through out of the other players. And it's a key to how the program grows.
Outstanding. Well, 2-1 the Panthers lead, and we're getting ready to start. Back to you there, Mark.
Sam Hakes takes a face-off, and Stoughton comes up with it right away. We're going to see what they're going to come up with this time. Stoughton's working diligently. Sam Hakes got it tied up at the red line. Tyler Damon's not looking for the puck. Sam Hakes picks up on it. He dumps it into the zone, right off the glass, and chases it down behind the goal. Stoughton comes up trying to chip it out. Lucas Hefty with the puck. He's going to slide it right on down to Rawson. Rawson bounces it off the stick. Sam Hakes turns around and just dumps it deep. Tyler Damon looking for it, trying to come up with the control. Hayden Bell not able to keep control, and Stoughton sends it down the ice. And they're going to drop it down and behind the goal.
Good sustained pressure from Oregon early, and that's what we came to expect in the first period.
Lucas Hefty bringing through. He's looking for that spot and intercepted by Stoughton. Quick change, and Verhagen tries to mix it up. Hayden Bell's got it up on the boards. It's tied up with Stoughton. Sam Hakes is trying to dig it out. Sam Hakes comes up with it. He's skating down the board. He's looking for a good pass. Deflected by Stoughton. And Verhagen's going down behind the boards. He's got some competition in front of him. And Oregon's able to keep it in the zone. Ian Shilgen sends it back behind the goal. Stoughton ties it up on the boards. And Ian Shilgen keeps control and slides it right out in front of Rawson.
One of the things these Panther defensemen do incredibly well is stop the puck at the boards. A lot of times teams just try and rim it to get an easy clear or even go for an icing just so they can get a line change. The Panther defensemen 9 times out of 10 just will not allow that to happen.
Zach Roscoe's in the circle. Face off. Stoughton takes control. Bounces it off the boards. But once again, Oregon holds his own until Stoughton's able to break it out. Verhagen with it. He's got a lot of competition on him. He comes out of the zone once again. Gage Shilgen tries to dump it in. Stoughton's looking for a spot. Bounces it off the near boards. Sends it back. Roscos is looking for it. He's letting it clear out for icing.
And so far we're seeing a lot of what we saw from Stoughton in the first period. I'm not sure if they're unwilling to carry it in the defensive zone, if they're just feeling pressure from Oregon, but it seems like every time it ends up on their tape, they're just hustling it out rather than looking for a skate or a pass.
It's Colton Ayers in the faceoff. Sawyer LaChance bounces off of Sawyer LaChance's from Ian Schloden. Serves it up in front. Goes back under the boards. It's up in front of Rossin. Oregon's looking for a breakaway.
Nearly got a goal there from Colton Ayers, the JV player, right in position. Good feed from Matt Strassman.
Roscoe is watching it, bounces off the goal, and they're going to call icing to send it back.
It is really impressive, and we were talking about it at the break in terms of the younger players coming up in this program. Colton Ayers playing outstanding today and nearly gets a goal there with the feed from Matt Strassman.
Oregon didn't have a lot of tie between that. That was one of the critical parts about Oregon's JV in high school. So that's a real tribute to see that develop. Stoughton comes up with off of the face-off, bounces it off the boards, sets it up once again to, and Oregon bounces it off. Sawyer LaChance trying to keep control.
And that right there was one of the best lead passes I've seen come from Oregon. Jared Bauer off the boards to 24. Brady Lavacek goes for naught, but it was a nice break through neutral ice.
Lucas Hefty skating it through, taking on 1-on-1. He's going right up in front. Roston's able to deflect it. Stoughton chips it out of the zone. Bell's mixing it up a little bit. Some pressure by Stoughton. He's not able to get control to get it out. Lucas Hefty comes back and helps it, sends it all the way down the ice. No touch, that'll be icing. Bring it back up in front of Roscoe's.
Not a bad pass from Hefty there. Just stayed in the air a second longer, I think, than he wanted. Went a little bit over Damon's stick. But he has Damon sitting alone at the center stripe. Goes for a little cherry pick there.
Sam Hakes is in the circle. Stoughton comes up with a face-off and turns around and swings at it. Goes out of play.
Panthers on defense are always in the way. Always have a stick or a leg or something in the way to try and block that shot.
Children sends it onto the far side. Damon trying to clear it out. Sam Hakes gets it back. Serves it up, deflects off of Rossin. Stoughton looking for the right play. Sam Hakes mixes it up on the boards. Damon comes in, mixes it up. He gets control. He's going to skate it around. And he mixes up, keeps it in the zone. And it pops out over Stoughton. Stoughton taking on 1-on-2. And he's going to swing it up high so they can get a line change. Gage Children trying to skate it out and gets deflected out of it.
And that one was emblematic of the Vikings play here. Jeffrey Houston carrying the puck nicely, but unwilling to stop up at the blue line. Instead, when he feels pressure, he just lets fly with a shot, and they immediately turn the puck over.
Stoughton sends it all the way down the opposite end, icing.
And, you know, for as much as I'm ragging on Stoughton, they are playing well in the defensive end, and Carson Roysum obviously doing very well in goal. They're only down by 1 goal in this game. There's no reason they can't fight back.
Face off in front of Stoughton. Stoughton gets control, but quickly turned around by Damon. Damon's going looking for that eye. Schneider going to look in front. His pass is too weak. Stoughton comes up with it. Lucas Hefty keeps it in the zone. It sends it up a little high off to the left. Oregon's still fighting for it. It dribbles out. Lucas Hefty picks it up. Comes out to Verhagen. Verhagen skating it in his zone. He's got Schneider up to the side. Schneider's not able to keep control of it. Schneider tied up in the boards. Stoughton comes off the deflection and picks it up. He's got a strong skate going down. Trying to chase it down. They're going to call off the icing. Hayden Bell's trying to mix it up, get control of the puck.
Great
Calvin
hustle
Schneider
there from Quinn Link for Stoughton to track that one down and avoid the icing. He was one of our stars of the game last time, and you can see why.
Hayden Bell looking for the spot, setting up behind. Misses that pass. Lucas Hefty gets it in the near side to Verhagen. Verhagen's pass is deflected by Stoughton. Stoughton's running deep into the ice. Serves it right up in front. Oregon's able to mix it up enough. Damon's puck up into Schneider.
Dangerous chance from the Vikings there. A real opportunity in the slot. Nice job to get in place and block the shot from Oregon, but they don't want to be giving up too many of those.
Colton Ayers on the ice. He's trying to get Schneider for a spot. Schneider trips up. Snyder's looking. Comes out of the zone. Lucas Hefty's setting it back up. Sends it deep on the front of Rawson and bounces it off his stick.
Sawyer with a nice play with the hand, but then lost sight of it. Not able to get his stick back on as it went bouncing on him, and hand pass the call.
So they're sending this down in front of Oregon's goal. Oregon leading 2-1 with 10:31 left in the second period. Colton Ayers in the face-off. And Oregon trying to break out, move it down the ice, pushing Stoughton backwards. Not a clean pass, giving a chance for Oregon. He comes on out. Gage Shilton with the puck. Sends it back to Colton Ayers. Ayers going to swing at it. Rawson picks up on it.
I try and get here early and watch the JV games a lot of the time, particularly when we're here at Oregon, but I don't know many of the players by name. Great to see Colton Ayers on the ice here. I could sure see him skating varsity next year, depending on how things go.
I think Coach Jockman seeing that as well, which would give him a lot of ice time. Colton's in his circle for the faceoff. Ian Shilton sends it behind the goal. And a quick slap back at it. Shilton trying to keep in the zone, and he loses control. And Stoughton's chasing it down. Got a one on goal. Ayers with the puck once again. Comes up to LaChance. LaChance skates it off. Deflects off of Rawson. Stoughton got a line change, so he's coming on strong. Turns around again. It's high off the corner and off the pipe into the back. Stoughton takes another goal.
Oh my goodness, what a goal from Justin Gibbons. A full 360, and then it does a 360 around the goal as he hits on the long side post and circles it around. Stoughton has not set up in Oregon zone really at all, but they had the 2-on-1 rush just a moment ago. They get just the hustle rush from Justin Gibbon here, turn it into a goal. And despite the fact that it feels like Oregon's been in control in this game, it's a tie game.
The game can change like that. Got to pay attention. Sam Hakes with the puck, chasing down to the boards. Rawson just gives a touch, sets it up for one of the players, and quickly coming into that is Mishak. Stoughton skating out. They feel more confidence. Ryan Mishak pushing on it, and they're going to have a penalty.
I think they're going to get Mishik for boarding here, and I've got to say, this was a step away. That player slid in the boards. I hope he's all right. That's number 17, Quinn Link. But we'll see what the signal is from the official here. Roughing is the call, so.
Didn't call boarding on it, so he called for roughing on it.
2-minute minor for roughing. Lucas Hefty getting the explanation there.
We've watched that develop through the years since I've been when boarding became a lot more predominant, and we had seen injuries and we had seen some experiences. So that was a challenge for a lot of the refs to adapt to what that boarding rule is. So it really upset a lot of the fans in the meantime as that evolution came around.
Yeah, first role of the referees here, and Coach Jockman looking for an explanation as well. But the first role of the referees is definitely safety. I mean, their goal is to make sure the game is played not just within the rules, but in a way that keeps everyone safe, lets everyone go home at night healthy. And Ryan Mitchell going to spend 2 minutes in the box.
So Oregon's going to be in a power play disadvantage here, so it's going to give Stoughton a good forward offensive chance. And Verhagen's picked it up off the skates. He's got Schneider splitting up. Verhagen's going to skate out in front, and he's got a spot in front of it. Nice runs and kept it alive.
Oh my word, I cannot believe that was not a goal. What a break shorthanded, and the Panthers still have it.
Got lucky with it, that's for sure. And Oregon's keeping their forwards going forward. Lucas Hefty keeping an eye on for defenseman. Hayden Bell taking it to the boards. Stoughton going to set it up, going to look for it, swing it on up, deflected a couple of times, and comes on near side. Moving in closer, inching up. Roscoe's has got blinded up pretty tight in there. And Oregon sends it all the way down to the opposite end.
Nice setup and a nice attempt by Stoughton there, but boy, that shorthanded chance, the Panthers always push on the forecheck when they're shorthanded, and pays off for them there.
Just under a minute left of the penalty. Oh, Stoughton swings it around, gets a nice spot. Schneider comes up with a good stop. He's trying to drive it on through and sends it back to the midline. Lucas Hefty trying to drive it through. He's got one on him. He's looking, and he swings it on back. Tyler Damon's ready there looking for it. He's skating on through. He's still got control of the puck. He swings it on up. Rossi gets a deflection. Children sends it back to Damon. Damon swings it up in front. Schneider swings and turns, Lucas Hefty swings and turns around.
You would not know that Oregon is on the penalty kill here, set up on offense. And Tyler Damon, I saw him slam his stick down after he missed that shot or after it was blocked. He was falling to his knees to even get that shot off was amazing.
Damon's still working through it, getting into the zone, and it comes back out. A deflection. And we clear the penalty. Both teams at full strength. Stoughton sends it back. Roscoe taps it up for the right spot. And Oregon skating on through. Roscoe's trying to set it up in front. Children's there. I think we got a net off.
Yeah, the net is off. No call from the officials just yet. I don't think they've realized it.
Stoughton has the puck. Trying to skate it on through up the middle line. He's got two defenders on him. Gage Children mixes it up. Taps it on the near side to keep it on the boards. Taps it back to Sawyer LaChance, and Sawyer LaChance drops it down on the backside. Matthew Strassman moves it around to the far side, and Stoughton comes up with it, skating on the far boards. Quick mix-up by Sawyer LaChance. A little swing up by Matthew Strassman. Keeps him up in the boards. Heyer sends it behind the goal and tied up on the boards. Stoughton's getting an eye on it. A quick change up. And Roscoe comes up with the puck. He's looking for the right spot. Trying to pull it forward. Quick check by Lucas Hefty. Another check up by Roscoe's. Hayden Bell's going to take a look at it. He's got on line change for Stoughton.
Nice offensive possession there from Oregon. They had a couple of good opportunities, got some good passing from both Strassman and Ayers. Looking good so far in this period.
Bell gets a little touch to slow down Stoughton. Lucas Hefty on the defense, not able to keep control. A swing off, but Bell intercepts. Roscoe's looking for the puck, and he covers up.
Great job by Hayden Bell there. He had lost sight of it, was spinning backwards through the slot, but had the alertness, just put his legs together and was able to block the shot from Jared Bauer. Bauer sitting in the low slot, had a good look, but Hayden Bell keeps him away.
The faceoff is going to be in front of Roscoe's. Sam Hakes on the circle. Sam's able to clear it out of the zone. Vikings are trying to get control of it. Bell with a dribble into the zone. More boarding coming up on the. We got Damon with it, swinging on it.
I think we're going to get a slash here. Delayed penalty coming up against Stoughton as Henry Roscos is hustling to the bench.
Bell swinging onto the far side. Lucas Hefty with the puck. He's looking for that spot.
Henry Roscos gets there. They've got 6 attackers.
Damon looking. Sweeps it up in front of Verhagen. Verhagen goes towards the boards. Stoughton gets touch on it, so.
That'll be hooking is the call.
Score's tied up 2-2 at 4 minutes, 23 seconds in the second period.
Jack Sanford headed to the bench, 2 minutes for hooking. Panthers with a great opportunity to get back on top.
Well, they moved into their forward position offensive even when they're in a man down.
Yeah, but now with a man up, we'll see how that translates.
Zach Roscoe's in the faceoff. He gets it to Gage Children, and Stoughton comes up with it, moves it back down the ice. Stoughton sends it up high up over the top of Roscoe's head. Schneider skating it out of the zone. Verhagen with it. He's got 2 on him. He's going to skate deep. Sends it up to Roscoe's. Lucas Hefty. They're going to work around the bell. Looking for that spot. Moved on in. Deflected. Quick reaction, but didn't get it through. Shilton looking around. Schneider moving in closer. Gets it back from give and go. Verhagen's not able to get it back to him. Looking for that spot. Keep moving around. Schneider looking. Schneider up in front of it. Comes into the backside swing by Verhagen. Nothing comes up. Puck's loose out in front. Schneider coming up quick. Stoughton chips it up, gets it out of the zone.
The Panthers on that shift got absolutely everything they wanted. 2 open nets, 2 give and goes that looked awfully good and just could not get it past one on a great block from Ethan Ebert.
Roscoe's is on the boards, trying to dig it on out. Schneider's coming to help him out. 30 seconds left in the power play. Hefty looking for the spot. Gets it over to Schneider. Schneider setting it up, looking, moving on in. Schneider's down on the ice. Stoughton gets it cleared up, got a 1-on-1. Lucas Hefty's got his eye on it. He gets it mixed up. Verhagen coming on hard. Stoughton's having a hard time getting control of it. Down to 5 seconds.
Stoughton with a nice job to kill it off there at the end, but I'll tell you, Justin Gibbons, 1-on-1 against Lucas Hefty. He's their leading scorer, 24 goals this season. Hefty gets the stick check and keeps him from even firing a shot. Great D.
Comes back out of the zone. Ian Shilton with the puck. Dribbles it up on the boards. Goes in and after it again, taking on 1-on-2. Sam Hakes brings it up to Ian Shilton. Stoughton deflects it, pushes it back. Gage Shilton going back to pick it up. Minute 45 left in the second period. Scores tied at 2-2. Oregon trying to get into it, get into something here. A little double check up on there.
Late shot puts Tyler Damon over the back of number 35, Carson Roysum. Referees slide in quickly and separate everybody. But I'll tell you, you could hear the Panthers as they went into that line change calling for the puck. Sam Hakes and Tyler Damon screaming, "Get it to me, get it to me." Ian Shilton hits him in transition on the blue line. Unfortunately, the pass broken up just enough.
Sam Hakes in the faceoff. Damon driving in. Stoughton sending it down on the ice. Shilton behind the ice, getting a little help from his brother. Damon sending it out. Stoughton drops it back on the ice. Gage trying to skate out of there. Shilton comes up looking for it. He sends the puck down, comes up with Damon. Damon gets tied up in a check. Sam's looking for it. We got a nice combination. Hakes was looking for it and trying to slide it right up front. And we're stopping a net off, or do we have an injury? We're at 53 seconds left in the second period. Stop the play. They're tending to Rawson.
Yeah, I think it may be Carson Roysum looked a little shaken up. Gets up now. Referee double checking the status of the net. Roysum looks okay. Looks like he's going to continue. Boy, that's setup from Hakes to Mitchik. That's the third time now in just a couple of minutes that they have had nothing but net to look at. Mitchik just misses the pipe.
The face-off, Oregon picks it up. Roscoe sends it up. Roysing picks up on the puck after a grab. 48 seconds left in the second period. Score tied up at 2 goals each.
The Panthers have a lot of really talented goal scorers, a lot of snipers, but a guy like Carson Roysum, if there's nobody in front of him, nobody between you and the goaltender, he's going to make that stop way more often than not.
Face off for Oregon. Stoughton trying to clear it out. Bell keeps control of it. He slides it down and deflected off the stick. Verhagen's trying to keep control of it. Not able to do it, so Hefty slides it back into front of the goal. Schneider swings hard at it. Hefty once again, he's looking, gonna swing hard at it. Cover up by Royson. Got a lot of pushing going on in front of the net here. Just kind of gather in front of it, turn it a little bit of a scrum.
No, and the referees immediately grabbed Justin Gibbons. He slid in way late to deliver a shot. That should be 2 minutes for roughing for him. And good on the referees here. They saw things getting a little chippy. You see everyone clustering around the goaltender. Immediately, the officials on top of that make the call.
So that's going to give Oregon into a power play. We're down to 23 seconds left in this second period. Scored still tied at 2 goals.
As good as they were last time, they've got to be hungry to get a goal here.
Roscoe gets a face-off. Hefty skirts it in, and he gets a shot on goal.
Oh my, only 6 seconds gone. And I talked about the snipers, going to have trouble against one like Carson Royson. Hefty proves me wrong, just slides into the slot and buries it. Just pure skill there to hit the upright right corner and beat him on the glove side.
Shows that experience. He just, good stick handling. He just moved right on in, took it on in. So that puts Oregon up by 1 goal. 3-2.
There is nothing more demoralizing for a team than to be just about on your way. And Alex Verhagen into the box here. To admit, I did not see.
They're trying to get a clarification from the box.
Trying to get the signal from the official.
I think they missed it and looking around, so they haven't scored that goal yet. Maybe that's an oversight. There it goes on the scoreboard. So just not sure if there was something different. So.
No, and a 2-minute penalty against Alex Verhagen, and I apologize, folks. I did not see what might have taken place after the goal. Whatever it was, it lands Alex Verhagen in the box for 2 minutes.
Roscoe gets a face-off, and he dumps it deep. Wait for the clock. And that'll finish up our second period.
And what a period. The Panthers, as I was saying just before we saw Verhagen go into the box, there's nothing more demoralizing than being 10, 20 seconds out, just about to hit the bench, tied up in a game that you know is going to be hard for you, and the other team takes the lead. That is tough to go in for Stoughton.
Very true. It's been certainly stepped up, and you knew that eventually this rivalry was going to come through, and Stoughton wasn't going to back down on it.
Not sure exactly what the penalty was against Alex Verhagen, but whatever it is, Stoughton will have 1 minute and 43 of the power play coming back, and with it trailing only by 1, they've got to be happy with at least that. Certainly not happy to be trailing, but happy to come out with the man advantage.
I think they really put a lot more together in that second period than the first period. As we saw, Oregon seemed to have a pretty strong hold of that offensive position, and it took a little bit for Stoughton to get into it. Maybe a little more checking, a little more physical contact. Certainly stepped it up, and it was pretty penalty-free the first period, and we've seen a little more activity, and that changes the game as that attitude comes into the play.
Indeed, and Stoughton's strategy did seem to change there. We talked about how in the first period it seemed like they were just firing the puck out as soon as they got a hand on it. In this case now, they went more for a breakout type or a breakaway type offense almost. Just get their fastest skaters up. And in particular, Jared Bauer, number 3, has been sort of their neutral zone guy. And if I did not see him playing with these guys, I would not believe that he was a high schooler. He does not look big enough on the ice. But I'll tell you, he is fast. He is deceptive with his stick handling. He's able to feed his teammates. He moves along the ice with speed and with precision. And that had helped them generate a lot of those chances that we saw in the second period that we didn't see in the first.
Now, you've got to watch them throughout the season and watch them develop. Do you think that some of the individual players have really come through and stepped forward more so than others?
Yeah, I'll tell you, one player that we talk about a lot is Zach Roscoe. Dan and I, for a long time, did not have the players' grades on here. I didn't know who was older and who was younger. Zach only a sophomore, and he's got 35 points on this season, 17 goals, 18 assists. For a sophomore to be playing center at the level he's at, to be contributing that many points is incredible, and it's been a lot of fun to watch him play this season and work with the older players in a collaborative way. They're not bringing him along. He's right there with them.
That's what's been. I think we've seen a lot of brothers coming through in the last couple of years, and so this Roscoe brother is following no different than the Schneiders, because Calvin followed his older brother, and that helped him really kind of develop, because when Jackson Schneider was in here, he had to be a leader in the team, and so there's a few of them that were real leadership, and now it's a chance for Calvin to step forward. So been some duplicate names on the roster over the last couple of years. I think that's really helped, and some of them, you find that the younger develops a little bit further, a little faster.
Well, and that's the advantage. We talk about Milton sometimes. The Redhawks have only come to hockey in the last couple of years, so they just don't have that tradition. And it's not a tradition like the Chicago Cubs or something, but just the idea of my older brother played, now I'm playing, I've watched him grow up, and I've learned from him, seeing him play. They don't have that, and so consequently their team doesn't have the same sort of kind of institutional memory almost that Oregon benefits from. Like you're saying, Calvin Schneider coming up under his brother, Zach Roscos coming up behind his brother, and you can see that paying off for Oregon in a big way this season.
And Hefty's likewise. I remiss, and I'm going to forget his name, but Lucas really followed, and he's followed from his older brother as well, and that was a key to that starting off, because Lucas did start off as a freshman. He was in some of the starting lines. If not, he was on the ice quite a bit of the time, if not the second line. And when they really had to dig into a player that was going to work hard, they jumped into those players.
Well, and you asked too about players that I've seen develop. Speaking of freshmen, Laszlo Arose, number 15, the only freshman on this varsity team, playing forward for them. He doesn't get as much ice time as the 1 and 2 lines, but when he's out there, you see that he gets that the idea for him is to develop. He's hustling for every single puck. He is digging them out of the corner. He's chasing, no matter what, if it looks like it's a sure icing, he's chasing it all the way down the ice. He's going to be someone, I think, for them in the coming years that will really turn into a talent.
Well, that'd be interesting to see what they got coming in also into the JVs. That's something that hasn't had enough players to really keep a material JV team. And having that kind of depth growing in, you see that in many of the sports. Getting those fundamentals at the younger ages, you can work on more strategies once you get in the higher end, and then you can end up working a different kind of a coaching approach. If you have to work on the fundamentals and you got to do some of that raw skating and stick handling, it takes away from your practice time. So it'd be intriguing to see where it's going to go forward as in the next few years as they develop.
I can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. We've had a lot of fun calling the games this year, and I'm looking forward to doing it going forward. But for right now, end of the second period, Oregon on top 3-2 over the visiting Stoughton Vikings. It's senior night. Don't go anywhere. We're Friday Night Live, and we will be right back after this commercial.
This program is made possible in part with support from our generous sponsors. Oregon Community Bank. Feel good banking. William R. Torhorst and Associates, your hometown insurance agency that's doing big things. Stoughton Hospital. Oregon Urgent Care and Sports Medicine Clinic. Trusted care close to home. Maria's Pizza, a little slice of Italy right here in Oregon. The Oregon Chamber of Commerce, promoting, informing, connecting, and advocating for local businesses and the community of Oregon. A special thanks to the Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Please consider being a part of your athlete's success and become a booster today. OCAmedia wishes to thank the Oregon School District for its ongoing support.
At Oregon Community Bank, our purpose for over 38 years has been to serve our customers. Our goal is to help them improve their financial lives with innovative banking products and services, coupled with unparalleled customer service. Doing banking the right way, bringing our skills and expertise to improve the financial stability to individuals and businesses is how we have grown. We call this Feel Good Banking. So give us a call. Drop into one of our convenient branches or connect online at OregonCommunityBank.com. Feel good about banking again.
Alrighty, folks, welcome back. Mark Miller, Zach Seeloff here on Friday Night Live. The Oregon Panthers currently leading the Stoughton Vikings 3-2 after 2 periods of hockey, and it's time to return to our Embarrass a Senior segment here on Senior Night. And right now, it's senior Henry Roscos, goaltender. One of the most adorable photos I've ever seen right there, with his baseball glove in one hand and his giant goalie stick in the other. And from his parents, thanks for all the great hockey memories. We are proud of you. Can't wait to see what is next. Love, Mom, Dad, and of course, Zach, the aforementioned sophomore Roscos, on this team. It has been a lot of fun to watch these Panthers over this season. Let's think a little bit about the playoffs. Those are coming up. The sectional tournament starts on Tuesday. They're going to take on the Madison East La Follette co-op team, the Lakers, here in Oregon. That will be, for the seniors, their last time playing on this Oregon home ice. What does that mean for them? And looking at that game, what are you expecting to see?
Well, I think when you look at the length and the time and how they've really developed the program, there's going to be a lot of emotional ties on it. And there's always that edge when you get into that playoffs, is that it doesn't take much to be your last game. And so that intensity is going to be there, and it's going to be quite a challenge for them to hold it through. They played together a lot. They certainly have come through and brought some pretty tough games and won quite a few. So I think the confidence there. So I look forward to that. They got a lot of experience. It's not like it's their only year that they've played and done well. They got quite a few years that they played and had a lot of confidence. So really a lot of bond between them you can see as well. And that's that combination. They can anticipate where the other player goes. So it'll be quite an exciting moment for them to take that first round.
Without a doubt. And the bond you're talking about, we watch a lot of different teams, and there's definitely different philosophies about how to set up your lines, particularly in the high school game, where sometimes players are sort of fluid, moving between JV and varsity, or just, they have other commitments besides sports. They can't always make it. The Panthers have really stuck to a pretty solid line setup in terms of their forwards and their defensemen, and that seems to have paid off for them awfully well this season. Is that, in years past, has that been the philosophy, or is that something that came with Coach Yachman?
That's pretty much Coach Yachman. I think what the challenges they had as they developed with the coach and had a couple of years going on, they would start with certain lines that early in the season, and then those lines continued to change. And Coach was trying to find different lineups that would work and mix them up a little bit, different forwards, different defensemen, and even the scramblers try to get into what's going to be the best mix. So if they're able to hold that line, that's a positive for what they've done in the past. You see a little bit of that with the JV playing. Just moving them up. Colton's getting some chance to be in that first line. And I think Coach is trying to get a feel for that.
I think so, and I think it really has worked for him, because you talked about bond and chemistry. There's no way to develop chemistry like playing with guys again and again and again. And we see with the starting line, Alex Verhagen, Zach Roscos, and Calvin Schneider. And I think not by coincidence, those are the 3 leading scorers on the team in terms of points.
Very true. And so it'll be interesting to see where they go forward. And are they going to do anything different? Are we going to find that they lost a couple of players I can tell you, Andy Ziomet, he was a strong player, and he was one of those diligent driver players. It's quite unfortunate to not have him out on the ice at this time. And it's a challenge for them to frustrate the seniors or not be able to play and play with these guys once again that they played for a couple of years.
Yep, and with the seniors in mind, let's do one more embarrassment before we go. This time, it's number 22, Ian Shilgen. And his parents have this to say: Ian, good luck for a successful senior season, number 22. We're so proud of your accomplishments on and off the ice, and we wish you success in whatever comes next. Love, Mom, Dad, and of course, his younger brother, Gage, who is also on the team with him. And folks, if you're an Ian Shilgen fan, a Henry Roscos fan, a Calvin Schneider fan, or a fan of Oregon Panther sports generally, then you may want copies of these games, because we have had some great ones. Call 291-0148. We can get you a copy of any program we've ever done at OCAmedia. Visit our website, OCAmedia.com, or check out our YouTube page. Go to YouTube and search for OCAmedia. You can see all of our sports, all of the coverage we've done of local town events. Send us your game day photos with hashtag OCAmedia. You can send those to us on Facebook. And we also have a Facebook page, again, hashtag OCA Game Day. I think I misspoke a moment ago. Will get us those game day photos.
OCAmedia has done an awesome job in capturing. I think I heard a number from the leaders of like 275 different events just this year. And so that's the idea, is to capture these sports activities. And so we've been doing it in the hockey for years, capturing them. But so they are available. They're out there in Bitland, one way or the other. So So
The
it's,
ones and zeros of these games are floating around on the clouds somewhere.
it's, pretty awesome to do these live.
These games are floating around on the clouds somewhere.
It's pretty awesome to do these live. This is awesome. I appreciate you, Zach, doing this for it.
You bet. It's a blast working with you. And so far, we've had a really good game. And just coming out of this last period, Panthers with a 3-2 advantage. But I've got to believe that Coach Jockman and his staff were telling him we can't think this one is over, can't afford to take our foot off the gas.
And they're going to start out with a disadvantage because of the fact that they got Verhagen in the penalty box. And so it's going to give them a little bit of time here that they're going to have to keep sharp. And you know Stoughton's going to be coming out strong. They're certainly focused, and they got a little bit of a slower start. So the second period, they came out and ready to play. And you get too confident, that can be a challenge. And you got to be ready as you're going into playoffs. You don't want to get slack. You got to be skates up and ready to go.
No, and both these teams are in the playoffs. Stoughton is going to be taking on, and I had it quickly in my notes, I apologize. Stoughton will be taking on the Glendale Co-op. Stoughton's the 9 seed in the sectional 7, Glendale the 8. Panthers, like we said, taking on the East La Follette Co-op Lakers. The Panthers are the 6th seed in their sectional, the Lakers number 11.
We got a clean ice once again. Shiny. The Zamboni's been on the ice and off. Fans are ready to go. It's been great to see the high school sports fans as the scores have come on. They crashed the boards and encouraged the team on. That's exciting to see that kind of backing. I'd say a couple of years ago they didn't recognize that hockey was really much of a sport, so the stands were kind of light.
I'll tell you, we've been awfully lucky. We've had some great crowds this season so far, and it's good to see the support, like you said.
So the face-offs, Roscoe's take the face-off, and Stoughton's trying to skate it into their zone. Damon trying to mix it up, but Stoughton drifts it down the bottom side. Able to get out of the zone and tie it up a little bit. Remember, Oregon is down one player. Verhagen's watching, getting a little more rest. So Oregon's better not get slack on this.
This is the kind of aggressive play that we've seen from Oregon, though, on the penalty kill. Every single player was in the neutral zone when that puck came out.
It goes right through the crowd. Dangerous spot for Roscoe's. Stoughton's looking for it right on the blue line. He's trying to cross it on. Gets behind Roscoe's. Damon tried to have it. Puck's down right in front. Pushing around in front of the goal. And Roscoe's is watching for that puck.
And that was a very similar setup to their first goal. Looking for the deflection from their captain, number 10, Sam Whalen. He got a stick on it, but that puck stayed awfully low, and Henry Roscoe's tracked it the whole way in, made a nice stop.
So they're still out in front of Roscoe's. Face off in the circle with Roscoe's taking the face off. Stoughton setting it up. Looking around the horn, they're moving around. Keep looking. Oregon's inching out a little bit further, putting some pressure off. Swinging on up, puck's loose. Roscoe sees it and covers up.
Another deflection attempt. The Vikings have a play in mind here, and they are going to stick with it. So far, though, the Panthers able to keep them away.
37 seconds left in the power play for Stoughton. Puck's going to be faced off in front of the Oregon fans. Stoughton gets control once again. Swing and a miss. Get a touch off of that. Sam Hakes is going to take it down the ice. He's going to swing at it, high up and off of the ice, off the glass. Stoughton skating it through. He's looking for the setup. 20 seconds left in the power play. Skating up, swinging on up, bounces off the Roscoe's pads. Coming up the top of the horn. Loose puck, crosses right in front of Roscoe's. He covers up the net real well. Stoughton trying to take advantage of the last few seconds. They're behind the net, looking closer. Sam Hakes is going to swing at it. Serves it right up, bounces off the pad of Roscoe's. And Oregon gets control. He sends it down to the ice. And they're going to call icing that right away.
Yep, think he lost track of the penalties, but I'll tell you, Henry Roscoe's 2 amazing saves. The Vikings got a 5-on-3 break as they brought that puck back in. Sam Hakes hit the wall kind of hard and was a little slow to get up. He turns that first one away. Then the crossing pass to Quinn Link. Henry has to go pipe to pipe and just extends enough to get the save. Great job to keep his team on top.
So both teams are at full strength. So Oregon brings in their next line. Damon with the puck, looking for it, moving in. And Sam Hakes is right out in front of the goal. Damon around down the boards, got 2 Stoughton guys on him. Lucas Hefty swings it from the outside, bounces off the stick for Rossen. Oregon's trying to swing at it. Comes out of the zone. Lucas Hefty's not able to clear it back, not to get a good pass. Drops it down to the zone. Stoughton's going to set it up. Oregon's able to keep it in the zone. Lost track of the puck. Kind of looking aimlessly. Mishek going after it. Damon's not able to keep it in the zone. Bell comes across, and Stoughton sends it back down. They get their line changed. Roscoe sets it up. Schneider picks up on it. He's got one player on him. He's coming up the middle. And a jab by Stoughton. And Lucas Hefty with the puck. Sam Hakes not able to pick up on it. Deep in the corner. And comes on out. And Stoughton's looking for an eye on how to move it down the ice. Long pass, bounces off the board. And they're going to call icing on that.
Well, we called his name a couple of times. Let's embarrass another senior and go with Lucas Hefty. Lucas Hefty, good luck this year, Captain. Truly blessed to have watched you grow into the player and man you have become. We can't wait to see what the future holds. Loves Mom, Dad, Cole, and Wyatt.
It's a really cute picture. Ayers in the face-off. Oregon sends it on the near side. Quick turn by Shilton. Gage. And bounce it back up for the blue line. Stoughton trying to keep it in the zone.
And you see Jared Bauer there once again, number 3, little number 3. If he's 5 feet tall, it's a lot, but boy, he is just scrappy as heck in that neutral zone, hustling for every puck, doing a great job for him tonight.
So Oregon will get the face-out out of the zone. Sam Hakes is taking it. Stoughton comes up, backs up a little bit, looks for that spot. Gage Shilton comes up, able to turn around. Stoughton's there, deflecting. Damon gets it up to Lucas Hefty, Sam Hakes. Puck's dribbling along the boards here. Who's going to take control? Gage Shilton sending it back. Tyler gets it out. Stoughton comes out to the far side. They pick up on it. Deflected, dribbles back into the deep under the goal.
Panthers looking a little off target early in this period. Their passes not quite finding their mark, having a little trouble stick handling. See if they can settle it down.
Shilton says it up to Damon. Damon can't keep it in the zone. Mishak sends it deep. Line change by Oregon. Lucas Hefty sends it through, gets a deflection. Colton Ayers digs deep into it to try to pick up on it. Hayden Bell dribbles it back. And a quick cross the face to keep it into the zone. Ayers is still digging deep for it. Dribbling around to the backside of the goal. Oregon's not able to get organized here. And a dribble back out in the zone. Lucas Hefty's going to eye it up. He's going to set it back.
I'll tell you, Colton Ayers on that play. Nice pass across center. Then he moves immediately into position on the boards, is able to dig the puck out there, and then moves back into center to await another pass. His cycling, his positioning, right on point.
So LaChance got it tied up in the boards. Not able to clear it on out. Mishak sends it back in the near side here. Deflects it off the pipe. Not quite on goal. And Stoughton's going to get control. They're going to skate it out of the zone. Lucas Hefty with the touch. Skates it around the boards, but nobody helped to clear it out. Hayden Bell coming chasing the puck on the near boards. Gets Gibbons on his face. Gibbons moves on in. Comes around back, and the puck's right underneath Roscoe's.
Nice job by Henry Roscoe's there. Gibbons had the idea. He wanted to get past him, pull him away from the net, and then put one off his back. Henry, not fooled, though, covers up the pipe with the blocker and the stick and makes a good stop.
Boy, 10:22 left in the third period with Oregon up 3-2. They don't look sharp right now, though. Sam Hakes with a face-off. Ian Shilton passing it to brother Gage. Tyler Hakes, or Damon, sending it back. Puck up him.
Look out. Oh, my.
Well, he's paying attention. That fan was paying attention.
Nice grab, and he sends it back.
We'll tell you that Calvin's mother caught one in the eye. She had some black eyes off of that.
Yeah, if you're going to watch hockey, you've got to definitely be paying attention.
Sam Hakes on the face-off. Stoughton gets the first touch. Ryan Mishek with it. Sends it back to the ref. Sam Hakes digging for the board. Mishek tries to hold his own. Damon coming around to the backside, looking for an opening. Dribbles out of the zone. There Gibbons with the puck. Damon able to steal away from him. He's got some pressure on him. Sam Hakes coming forward. He gets a touch up to Mishek. Big check to put Mishek back. Schneider on the far side. He's looking for it. His pass is strong into Hakes. Sam Hakes trying to chase it down. Stoughton comes with a good pass. He's got a 1-on-2. Shilton brothers watching him. Going to skate him down. Stoughton still got control of it. Gage Shilton going to skate it through. Gets it up to Sam Hakes. Deflected by Stoughton. Calvin Schneider back on the boards. He's got the puck. He's looking. Gets it up in front. Roscoe's comes in and follows up real keenly. Not able to make something happen there.
Great pass in from Oregon, and I bet Zach Roscoe wants that one back. If he can get just a little air on that, it goes over the pad and in.
Verhagen up. Gets it up in front of goal. Bouncing around and trying to keep track of where it's got. Who's got what? Lucas Hefty uses his skate to stop it. Schneider sends it over to, who do we got? 19 is the
That's Matt Rush, JV
Rush.
player.
Coach bring him out. Thank you. Verhagen looking for the spot. Gets a shot off. He got a deflection. Put a shot on it, but couldn't make anything happen.
And that was that second attempt that Roscoe's wanted. This time he does go high, but that glove flashes, and Royson makes another great save. Verhagen was the one with the feed, and let's embarrass him a little bit here. Alex, congratulations on all your accomplishments. You've grown into a wonderful young man, and we're very proud of you. Have a great hockey season. We love you, Mom, Dad, and Anna.
Hires in the face-off. Oregon's not able to keep the zone. Slides all the way down. They're going to call icing on that.
Panthers proven a lot of what we talked about at the early part of this game. They are doing what they want to do. They are getting the setups they want, and they seem to have cleaned things up from earlier in this period. But Royson is just stoning them, doing a tremendous job in the net.
With the face-off, Oregon's able to keep the zone. Deflection off of Royson. Oregon keeps control. Back pass, nobody there. Feeding up a chance. Looking for an opening in front. Getting tied up.
And that first attempt from LaChance, a perfect example. He's right in position, deflects the puck away from the goaltender to the opposite side, and somehow Royson comes up with another save. His team ought to buy him a dinner tonight.
Hires in the circle. Gage Shilton feeds it down, deflected off of Stoughton. Stoughton behind the goal. Look to have control. Skating it down. Gibbons taking a look on it. He's got 3 on him. High shot up over the hot top of the head of Roscoe's. The chance up on the boards. Crosses up the midline. Hayden Bell with it, skating through the boards. Challenges on with Stoughton. Stoughton sends it back on the opposite end, and they're going to call icing on Stoughton.
The Panthers, I mean, with 7:06 left, they're still up by 1. but it has got to be frustrating to do everything you want to do, find the goalie out of position, and then he makes a great save. Roscoe has done it a couple of times to the Vikings, and Royce, I'm sure, has done it to the Panthers.
Face off in front of Stoughton's goal. Puck's bouncing around on the boards, trying to keep an eye on it. Hefty keeps it in the zone. He's going to swing at it. Goes far right. Mishek trying to reach out for the puck. Knocks Stoughton down. Damon up on the boards. Mishek sends it back behind the goal. And Hakes is going after it. Feeds it up in front. Bounces back. Comes out of the zone. Hefty looking for the right spot. Damon gets through one. Can't keep control. Stoughton's able to bring it out, and it goes back into the zone. Stoughton keeping an eye on it. Brings it on out. Shielding over to Hefty. Hefty comes in and gets Hakes. Mishek working on it. He's got one guy on him. Looking for a feed. He's not getting his back up. Able it. Oh, they're going to call it out of the zone.
Yeah, a nice try one-handed by Ian Shilgen, but it came just over the blue line. And boy, the checking in this game has increased even over the second period. You can hear the crowd on our side every time the Vikings line up a nice one, but lots of physical play from both these teams.
And it's good quality checks. You know, it's changing the play. Face outside of the zone. Puck's live in front of us. Verhagen down deep under the net. Schneider coming in, trying to change the direction. Stoughton with it, coming out of the, get a 2-on-2. Get a swing hard, goes right. Comes back out of the zone. Oregon trying to move it down. Schneider on the boards on the far side. Schneider back to Roscoe, and Roscoe's looked for it. Couldn't get it through. And Stoughton brings it down the ice. Gage Shilgen gets on through. Hayden Bell picks it up. He's going to skate it out. He's down. And we got a penalty.
Yep, slashing the call, and the Panthers will get another opportunity here. The Vikings having a little bit of trouble. Justin Gibbons is the one they want with the puck on his tape, but when it's just him coming up, the Panthers can collapse, and that's exactly what they've been doing. Their defense is playing those one-man or maybe two-man breaks in just the right way, keeping him from getting any quality looks at Henry Roscoe's.
4 minutes, 41 seconds left in the game, and Oregon with a power play. Hefty looking, moving around, goes to the far side. Damon to Hakes. Damon swings at it, goes across the face. Broken stick, he's going to clear off the ice.
Damon's stick clean in half off of that slap shot.
Hefty looking. Verhagen on the ice. Mishek looking. Hefty down to Verhagen. Verhagen going to skate in. Deflects off. The Stoughton player goes out in front of the goal. Stoughton trying to break it on out. Hefty picks up on it. He's got one on him. Hefty's going to skate away from him. And he's down on the ice. Quick picked up by Gage Shilgen. No penalty. Schneider picking up on it. Gets over to Hakes.
Oh, and the linesman takes a bit of that check.
Verhagen go down. Hakes is going up on the sideboard. Schneider going back on the boards. Hakes brings it back up. Lucas Hefty keeps it in on the blue line. Feeds it on out. Stoughton's able to pick it up. Sends it down the ice. Roscoe's going to skate it through. Back to Verhagen. Verhagen back to Roscoe. Goes and feeds it in. Verhagen going on in. Puck is loose, a little bit of opening, not going to clear it out. Doesn't look like Russin is feeling okay.
Oh, I think they're going to get Verhagen here for goaltender interference. The home crowd not happy. Nor is Alex Verhagen. And Verhagen now gets a misconduct for slapping his stick. Alex Verhagen gets a goalie interference and a misconduct towards the end of this game with only 3:03 left to go.
That's not the way you want. Now the goalie's down. Rossin's down, so they're tending to him. 3 minutes, 3 seconds left. That's not the way you want to end up on a game. Kind of started off the period a little bit weak and kind of went back and forth for a while. Oregon didn't seem to be able to get a handle on it. So we have...
No, and Carson Roysum is down. Anna's back here as coach and training staff coming to tend to him. Sure hope he's okay. To me, it looked as though Verhagen was pushed over the top of him. It was an awkward collision, but I don't think that Verhagen delivered a shot or anything of that sort. Roysum gets back up. Nice cheers from these fans here as he gets his mask back on. Looks like he's ready to play.
Oregon fans are kind of local.
Yeah, not happy with the call from this official. Number 19, Matt Rush, who we talked about earlier, the JV substitute, also in the box. He's serving the 2 minutes as Verhagen has the misconduct penalty to serve.
Well, a lot of the Oregon fans don't necessarily know the game of hockey, so there's a little bit they may not fully understand.
You're never going to find a home crowd that goes, yeah, that was a fair misconduct. Good call, ref. That's just not how fandom works, I think.
So this is a challenge, The Oregon's only up 1 goal, so we're going to see what they're going to be able to dig into.
Yeah, 4-on-4 for 23 seconds, and then it'll be 1:37 of a power play for Stoughton.
Don't necessarily like to see those. Like to have good sportsmanship and what to play. And we also respect the referees to be able to control and keep it in check. It's an important growing experience for all of them.
And that's one of those things. Once you've been called for the penalty, no matter what you feel about it, if you slam your stick on the ice, the official's gonna tag you with that. They can't let that one go. And indeed, that is the call that goes against Alex Verhagen.
And so on the ice we have Lucas Hefty, we got Tyler Damon, and Zach Raskos, as well as Hayden Bell. And Stoughton's looking for that opening, and Henry Raskos covers it up.
Henry looked a little nervous there. I think he got those pads together at the very last second, but he does make the save. He is an outstanding goaltender and has served the Panthers well this season.
I think the helmet was off one of the players, and that's not around. So
yep, even on the penalty bench, got to keep that helmet on.
So shot out of goal, deflected. Stoughton maintains control. Sends it deep behind the goal. Hayden Bell picks up on it, gets around one player. Not able to get around the second. Lucas Hefty. And Oregon gets it out of the zone.
Penalty expires for Stoughton. They're now on the power play.
Bell's kind of wandering back. Gets it up on the boards. Bell tying it up a little bit on the side. Roscoe sends it down to the ice, all the way down the upper end.
Nice clear by the Panthers. Yeah, Bell, I think, was expecting an icing call there against Stoughton. Didn't hear when the referees waved it off, but thankfully no damage done.
Damon comes up with the interception. He's got a one-on-one. He's going to go, and he puts it in the back of the net.
What a shorthanded score from Tyler Damon. He gives a point. Oh, and the referee now sends him to the box. Tyler Damon points at the fans for the Vikings. Getting the crowd jazzed up. He's going to get lit up. But disregarding the penalty, what a play to curl back at the blue line on the interception. Just take that all alone. A great score. Unfortunately, he's going to spend the rest of this game in the box.
And that's going to be a challenge for Coach Jockman how to handle that as well. So Oregon's only got 3 players on these.
And
So-
timeout from Stoughton here. They're going to want to set up with a 5-on-3 advantage, only trailing by 2. They've got plenty of time to get back in this one.
So a minute 53 left, and so we got a little timeout here to talk it over. Stoughton's going to look at a strategy. It's going to put challenge for Oregon. See who we get on the ice. Roscoe's going to have to really bring out his best game right now.
For sure, and you can see 3 players sitting on the penalty bench for the Panthers. Alex Verhagen's there for a 2-10, got a misconduct after he argued for the goalie interference call. Matt Rush sitting on there serving out that bit of his penalty because he'll have to remain for 10 minutes. And then 2 minutes against Tyler Damon, who gave a pretty taunting point to the visiting crowd here, and the referee immediately on top of that, not wanting to let this game get out of hand. So for 50 seconds, Stoughton's going to have a 5-on-3 advantage. The Panthers cannot relax. Minute 53 left, plenty of time, especially with the power play advantage they're going to have to get 2 goals there.
So they got Lucas Hefty out there. He's been doing this defending a goalie for quite a few years, even when he had some weak forwards. So he's been good, and I certainly Gage Children has learned the best of being around this group. And Sam Hakes, the senior, he's going to have to hold it up as well. So Stoughton gets into the area. Sam's keeping an eye, going to keep moving around. Stoughton's looking for that position. We get a pipe sound off of that one, so that's quite a shot.
Sam Whalen wanted that deflection, had his stick up in the air. He just missed, and instead it clangs off the crossbar. Did not miss that one by much.
Puck's dropped. Lucas Hefty up on the boards. He's got it tied up. Stoughton's skating out of it. Going to the far side, moving around, sorts it up, puck's loose. Oregon's able to clear it out.
Great work, Henry Roscos with the pad save, deflects it right to his man, Gage Children, who immediately fires it clear.
Minute 10 left. 6 seconds left in the penalty. One of the penalties. Stoughton driving it down, gonna through. We got lots of looking for a call. A quick change of sticks, and puck's turned it back down. Rawson picks it up.
Verhagen's minor has expelled, so it's 5-4 now. Still a power play for the Vikings, and it will be to end this game.
Schneider up on the boards. Gage Children trying to mix it up in the back, below the net. Stoughton skating around. More orange and white to look at. Serves it right up. Roscoe's has got an eye on it, and he picks it up.
Roscoe's getting in the face there of number 10, Sam Whalen. Didn't appreciate a late slash that he took. Referees separate everybody. Henry Roscoe standing up for himself. The home crowd standing up for him as well.
31 seconds left in this game. Oregon up 4-2. Strong rivalry against Stoughton. Gage Children skating off. Ian Children on the ice. Oregon's fans getting into it now. Stoughton still looking for that open. Serves it right up in front. Puck is loose. It's bouncing around. Oregon's looking for it. Oh, almost swings it out. Takes the Stoughton stick down. Stoughton swings at it, but scoops it up. Stoughton skating after it. 3-2. And that's 1 second left. And Oregon gets the win at their final game of their regular season.
What a finish to this game. How about Calvin Schneider there at the very end, jumping into the air to block what could have been Stoughton's last shot. That has been his game all year. The kind of guy that is willing to take shots to the body to help his team out.
It's not a lot of protection in that area with that black box. It's not a real attractive thing. They really dug through it, and a little adversity at the end here, and that's part of that rivalry. It really digs in. It's great to see that, and want to shake hands and everybody go away with good sportsmanship.
Absolutely, and handshake line looks good as these players walk it out after the final game of the regular season, a 4-2 victory for the Panthers. And what happened at the end, I know that that's the sort of thing that bugs this coaching staff. They're going to want to talk to their players. Mental mistakes, especially in a game that is more meaningful and a little bit closer, can really cost you. That said, the Panthers played their system. They played their kind of hockey. They had to grind at times for goals. They had to really look for them against a tough goaltender in Carson Roysam, but they found a way to get there, and they earned this win on senior night.
Like you pointed out, there were some really good combinations that just didn't come up into a goal. They really had the right type of things. And as they get into playoffs, they can't have these mental breaks. They're going to have to be sharp. They're going to have to play their game. I'm sure that's what coach is going to focus on. Play your game. You're not going to always know your competition like you might Stoughton. So you're going to have to keep digging on it. Good confidence to be able to take it off at the end of the season and get into the playoffs.
Yep, and they'll be back in action here at Oregon Tuesday night. This coming Tuesday at 7 p.m., they'll take on the Madison La Follette East Co-op Lakers in the first round of the sectional tournament. With that in mind, there's something Dan and I do before we go. Would you like to give 1 star to each team? Pick one player who you really thought contributed from each team.
Well, that's a challenge. I've heard from that. I wasn't quite prepared for that. So, what do you think?
Well, I'll start off. I got to go with Tyler Damon from Oregon. He was hustling his brains out, delivered some great shots, got that great goal at the end to give them the insurance goal, the 4-2 lead, which especially facing a 5-3 skater disadvantage, that extra goal gives you a lot of options you might not otherwise have. And then for the Vikings, I won't take Roysam. I will leave you to talk about him because I think you were focused on him a little bit more. Justin Gibbons, though. Gibbons was doing a great job carrying the puck. He generated a lot of their opportunities and played real well.
Roysam, as you suggested, he was on top of it. He stopped a lot of things and he covered things up, and he was ready to stop anything that Oregon could bring on him. And he is an excellent goalie. I haven't seen him as much, and so I really respect your opinion. I saw him play really well, and it challenged Oregon to put their game together. You can't just sneak in on them.
For sure not. Well, Mark, this has been a blast.
Wonderful. I appreciate it very much. I'm glad I had the opportunity to join you.
Everyone, thank you for joining us here on Friday Night Live. For our director, Paul Zwicker, our technical director, Jacob Furness, Mark Miller joining us in the booth to do play-by-play, and everyone here at OCAmedia. My name is Zach Seeloff saying so long, and we'll see you next week. Take care, everybody.
This is a presentation of OCAmedia Sports.
This program is made possible in part with support from our generous sponsors. Oregon Community Bank. Feel good banking. William R. Torhorst and Associates, your hometown insurance agency that's doing big things. Stoughton Hospital. Oregon Urgent Care and Sports Medicine Clinic. Trusted care close to home. Maria's Pizza, a little slice of Italy right here in Oregon. The Oregon Chamber of Commerce, promoting, informing, connecting, and advocating for local businesses and the community of Oregon. A special thanks to the Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Please consider being a part of your athlete's success and become a booster today. OCAmedia wishes to thank the Oregon School District for its ongoing support.
At Oregon Community Bank, our purpose for over 38 years has been to serve our customers. Our goal is to help them improve their financial lives with innovative banking products and services, coupled with unparalleled customer service. Doing banking the right way, bringing our skills and expertise to improve the financial stability to individuals and businesses is how we have grown. We call this Feel Good Banking. So give us a call. Drop into one of our convenient branches or connect online at OregonCommunityBank.com. Feel good about banking again.